What's cracking? You got 2 minutes of GG's thoughts. Sit back and relax. We on the way.
Sit tight, and while you at it, tag a friend. Discussion Gangsters will be starting real soon. You heard?
Right now, y'all got 1 minute before Discussion Gangsters goes live. So go and grab you a snack or a drink or something and get ready for the show.
Sit back and relax. Pour yourself a drink. Discussion Gangsters will be starting in 30 seconds.
Get ready. Discussion Gangsters starts in 3, 2, 1.
It's discussion game, where everything's on the table. It's discussion game, so tune into the channel. Discussion gang. Discussion gang. So tune into the channel. Oh, where the crew at? Where the crew?
Yo, it's like I'm so torn because I'm like overly critical of myself, but I'm so torn between writing a new theme song and redoing that one. I'm like,
Writing a new one or redoing that one.
I mean,
yeah, because it's like I love it and I kind of just want to do it again another way, make it a little clearer. Like, I'm just like, I'm an overthinker.
I'm not gonna say no to it, but I like the song itself. Like,
right, but then I'm like, we kind of had it for a minute, so we can switch it up too. Like, I don't know.
True. Because when did we switch to this one?
Like 2 seasons ago, like
2 seasons ago. Because the other ones had the season name in it or something like that, right? Wasn't it specific to?
I think
yeah, and it was like open up your blue app.
Oh my god!
Right, and then we wasn't even fucking airing on Facebook no more.
Oh, I missed that one so bad. I was about to say why we stopped saying that, and you just said why we don't air on Facebook. I just saw. I think it was in my Facebook memories or something, or no, it wasn't in my memories. I was searching for something on Facebook, and like a word or whatever, and one of the old episodes came up, like an old episode. Mm-hmm. From when we used to stream straight on Facebook, and I was like, and I typed in the comments, I was like, "Oh, y'all remember when we used to stream straight on Facebook?"
That was the one I just saw, and I was like, "Yo, I was in these comments hard, man."
Oh my god, our views used to be crazy when we streamed straight to Facebook.
Man, we used to put the shit on the TV and act like we was really watching the show. Like,
I got it on my TV right now.
I mean, like, if I wasn't on the show, it sure enough would be.
I'll be having it on my TV just to like see how we look, so I can see like what, if any, adjustments.
Because that's what
a good
showrunner does.
Are you centered?
Yeah.
No.
Damn. I want to lean on my cheek so bad.
I don't
like this cheek
in the frame. I mean, right.
Yeah, but like you can see half my face and shit. It's weird.
I mean, I'm halfway in shadow because I only got light on this side. So
right, and you're in landscape, so. in the frame, you're like a third of the way in, but we can still see your whole face. So you right?
Yeah, you're right.
Am I centered now?
Yes.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
cute. You cute.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
My
Oh my
dear.
wait.
Like it's good. As soon as I saw you, it was like brown skin girl.
You know, it's a certain little glow. It's a certain little glow
Oh,
I have.
speaking of, did y'all see Blue Ivy?
Yes.
Yo, did y'all see Rumi?
Yeah, first of all, Blue is fucking gorgeous. bro.
Gorgeous.
Oh my god! And
She
were-
is so
They was
gorgeous.
talking bad about that little girl when she was a baby, talking about how much she looked like Jay-Z and shit.
Right.
Like,
But all kids got to go through that awkward phase, though.
like,
That's what
And I'm not
saying.
saying she
You're
looked
rich.
bad. I'm just saying her
Right.
awkward phase was looking like her daddy. Like, but she wasn't ugly. She just looked like
it
her
never
daddy.
gave ugly. It never gave ugly.
It never gave ugly. It gave, oh, you look. It's one of the, oh, baby, you look just like your daddy.
And
Mhm.
you're not sure if that's a compliment or not.
Right.
You saying I look like a grown man? Like,
Right.
You're like, no, you just got a lot of his features. Like, honey,
And you could tell Rumi was just mad excited to be up there.
so
bro,
excited.
like,
I said, oh,
It was so cute to see
why did they
Beyonce
bring
be
the
a
son
mom.
they
Like,
never
she
bring
just,
the
like,
sun out
stopped
anywhere.
singing.
I know maybe he's just more like not into the spot.
Well, that's why
How old are they now?
it started circulating that he was autistic or something like that, and so they don't bring him, you know, around. That was a thing before, and then Kanye tweeted some shit like a couple what was that, weeks ago, maybe
There's
a month
7.
ago, that said something about, you know, the R word about their son.
Which is insane.
Yeah, so like,
About anybody's kids, like.
but yeah, they said that he is, but I don't fucking know. He could just be chill.
He might be, and he gonna have the best care available.
Nah, that's a fact.
Like, and
Chill.
and
He
low-key,
could just be
high-key,
chill like his
autistic
dad.
People are geniuses. People with
That's a fact.
autism are freaking geniuses.
That is
okay?
a fact.
This is just a thing that us that are not a little neurofabulous don't understand, but they're geniuses.
And not only that, I think we all little autistic just a little bit. Like it's a spectrum. It's a
That's why
spectrum.
they call it a spectrum.
we all
we
so
all
that
on there.
motherfucker.
We on there.
We are on
can't tell
various
me no difference.
levels of the spectrum. Like,
Yeah, absolutely on there somewhere, bro.
That's a fact.
But
Oh my
anyway,
God.
how's
it was
your
good to
day
see
going?
Beyonce like just being a mom. Like when Rumi started getting excited and then she started going back to the choreography,
Mhm.
and she hugged her mom. She was just like, she was in the middle of singing. She just had to stop and just hug her. And I was like, that was
It just yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Look,
oh my
and then
God. It
them
was so
seeing
cute.
Blue be the big sis, like just like
You can tell Blue's mad overprotected, like just of, you know, Rumi, and just
Like
she probably share her
there
family.
was like
Shit.
one clip where I saw where Blue was behind Beyonce and Rumi was in front, and she like kind of did this. I was like,
Yeah.
that's definitely the first child. Like that's the
Mhm.
DC.
I hate it here.
It's the laugh after the I hate it here for me.
It's like some days it's great. Most days I hate it here. And because I thought like we're grown now. So I thought, you know,
Oh no, baby, it never ends.
oh yeah.
It never
find out.
ends. I still to this day call my brother baby. It never ends. It's like being a fucking like parent. Once you become a parent, you're a parent forever. Once you become the oldest sibling, you're the oldest
That's
sibling
it, bro.
forever.
That's your life now. Like,
You're a parent, and I hate it.
like,
I ain't got no kids, but I got kids, and I hate it here.
right. You ain't asked for those kids.
I did
You
not
ain't
ask
asked
for
for
this
them.
life.
But they yours though.
They
Mm.
yours.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like if you look at my phone or even just be around me when I'm around my brother and his wife, I always call him Big Brother. My phone says Dr. Big Brother because you know my
It's so funny because I have like nicknames for my brothers, but so Tony is the oldest, Tori's the middle child, but he, you know, second oldest. And I call Tony Young Tone. I call Tori Big Tori. It just makes no sense.
My sisters still go by, I'm the big sis. And they're like, oh, my big sister, my big sister. I'm like, we're grown now. So in my head, it's me. I'm just the oldest. Dottie's not the middle. She's my younger sister now.
Yeah.
Like instead of my middle sister, she's my younger sister. And instead of Naya being the baby, she's my youngest sister. She goes, no, I'm the baby. I'm like, But you told us you're grown and you tired of us treating you like a baby.
Yeah, but
She
we the
goes, I'm
baby.
just a
But
baby.
we
I'm
still
just.
I'm always gonna be the baby.
Not
She said,
a
I'm just.
baby.
She goes, I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby. I'm just. I'm
Like,
like,
it-
you are not just a baby. First of all, you're the only one of us who lives like alone. First of all,
crying.
mad 100 miles away, and she goes, I'm just a baby. I'm like,
Because we're always, as the youngest, we're always going to be that.
That's it, bro.
I call my brothers the brothers. That's literally when I'm referring to them. I call them the brother. My mom too, the brothers, and I call both of them like my brother. That my brother.
my brother.
My brother.
She still makes me make dinner decisions for her. She's like, she was like, hey, I need you to help me make a decision about my life. I'm like, why? Like, why? You're grown. Like, she goes,
But
no, you gotta
but
do
you
it.
big sis. So
She's like, nope, you got to do it. So tell me, for dinner, should I have? I'm like, bitch, do you know what you're hungry for? She goes, no, I don't. You got to make the decision for me. Come on. I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby. Come on. I'm hungry.
This is the reason that I have to be extra annoying with my sister because we didn't grow up together. I have to be the annoying sister now, and now she got a baby too. So now I gotta be real annoying.
the annoying
Now I
sister
gotta annoy the
has
baby too.
been the annoying sister title, like that. Literally, I've taken that on just as ever since I was a really little girl. Like I just
Like,
knew.
Aren't you the only
we
girl, too?
embody it.
Exactly.
It's a part of our life. Like I picked up my parents the other day when
It's
they
a
were down
mess.
here, and I said something
The
to
youngest,
my mom.
the two older brothers, the youngest and the older girl. It's trifling over here. I
It's
can
trifling over here, bro. I'm the youngest,
And I take
I'm the
pride
only
in
daughter.
my
I'm
trife.
the youngest granddaughter. Like
Like
the only niece for one of my aunties. Like,
I take pride in my trife.
hello.
I'm the oldest, but I can't, like, my aunt, who's my mom's sister, she's like the matriarch of the family now. We started calling her Ma because, like, for years it was just me, my two sisters, and her one child, which is a boy. He was the only boy for years. So we call her Ma. And I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest child, oldest grandchild, but I can't cuss in front of her. So I'm like, y'all left me with all my cousins growing up. I was 8 and 10. That wasn't legal. But I can't cuss in front of y'all in my 30s. I ain't even trying to say the hard ones. I just want to be able to. Yeah, girl, I want to throw her ass too. I want to.
My mom yelled at my dad once. Like, this was like less than a year ago. My big grown age.
Recent.
She yelled at him for cussing in front of her kids.
That's fucking hilarious. My mother is a sailor, and that's all she does. No, I'm just want to fuck with you. No, so like growing up, because me and Tony both like OD, like our fucking mouths are horrible. Clearly, I don't know how to fucking talk without whatever. They're sentence enhancers, guys. It's cursive. Anyway,
Exactly.
so me and Tony is so bad. Tori is like, hey, once in a while he'll like slip a one, but he not like every other word like me and Tone. So like growing up though, I was the one that wouldn't. So my brothers are like, give me like, I'll give you a quarter, you say fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
first of all, wait, no, hold up, Niecy, listen. Because so you know how I don't say the N-word, right?
I'm sorry, are y'all hiding?
Yeah,
No, when she did this, I said, "Oh, we in conference, okay?
I'm not in that. Got it.
We in conference."
Niecy, you know how I don't say the N-word, right? And I like never have. Bitch, when we used to be on the bus on the way to the parties, this bitch would be like, I give you a quarter, you say the N-word.
That's where I got it from.
Like,
so you ain't been saying the N-word
to her in the
college
seat.
too.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be like, I'll give you a
Okay.
quarter.
Like,
I didn't say it
not
back
you
then
passing
either.
that down from your brothers, like
Yes, because in that, listen, and it's so funny too, because now as an adult, my mom, like when they curse, my mom don't say nothing. But when I curse, like it took me a minute to even start cussing in front of her, because when I would like let something slip, just stop cussing. Like but I'm like, yo, do that to them. And then eventually I just said, fuck it. But like he still be fussing. She like, girl, that fuck it about. But I'm like, your mouth bad too, man. Why you think I cuss like this?
Girl, bro.
Where you think I got it from?
See, like, and that's another
Exactly.
thing
Like,
too.
you've never heard me say it because I don't say it.
I cuss a lot, and people know I cuss a lot, but then that always conflicts with them because they know that, like, I'm a Christian, I go to church and all the things. And I said, what the thing that y'all don't understand is I don't curse. people be cursing. I ain't cursing nobody. I don't do that. I be cussing. Using
See, and that's a baby.
cussing is different.
I promise it's a difference.
It's a whole another vernacular. So
You
I'm
I
a
feel
hate
cuss,
the word cussing.
and
I
the
used
Lord
to
ain't
not
tell
use
me to
that
stop. So I'm gonna keep doing it. So, but I be trying every Sunday. I'm fighting for my life, trying not to cuss at my Sunday school kids, just
I'm
because
crying
of
on
where
my
we
way.
are, not because they don't deserve the cuss words, but because we're in the church when I be
I had
wanting
to
to cuss.
hold one today because I was talking to my TA and I was like absentmindedly playing with a paper clip and I snapped it on my thumb. Like it felt like a mouse trap, bro. And I started
Fuck y'all. The fuck?
it was almost like that, bro. It was almost
You had
like
to charge it up. No,
it was
Fuck yeah.
almost, and I was charging it up too. It was almost like that. And my TA was sitting next to me and she she didn't see exactly what happened, but I turned around and said, and she knew that I not to even ask me nothing. Like
it's like I feel like that scene in Norbit when she be making him go in the basement and he be like that's how I be feeling when I can't cuss. I be like, you.
It's exactly like that.
Like it's exactly that.
It's that's only hard for me around kids and at work. Because I be trying so hard not to talk to them
is
fucking
that the
people.
wrong fucking address?
What?
I just got an Amazon package and that picture is not my door.
Duh.
Bro,
This is the same
motherfuckers
city.
working me with that shit, bro. I have it in the instructions, like exactly how to get to my place.
You think they read that shit?
They clearly don't. Damn,
The instructions.
It sounds like you got to go out and get it.
It looked like it's the apartment next to mine, though.
Okay, good. I'm about to say,
You know, let me just say something, child.
Section of your complex.
I feel like
Wait,
in the
I didn't
last
what did you say?
year,
Hold on.
I said, remember when they put your package in a whole nother section and you had to figure out where it was?
That happens to me like a lot.
Right. So I was like, yeah, I don't.
That's why I have the instructions so clear and it's still
so
don't
people
help.
know how to get there. I feel like within the last year, I've had to go to somebody else's address that used to be my address to get a package because the shit sent it to the wrong fucking child. Like this shit happened with the old crib I used to live in. It happened with me, and then I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Fast forward, my mom moves, right? So then she gets a package, her Amazon shit that delivers every 3 months or whatever the fuck. For she forgets about it. She like, can you go? I'm like, Mom, somebody lit it now. Like, so I'm like, okay. Like, I had to walk on these people's porch, fucking pick this package up. I didn't even look and see if they had a camera fucking rig.
Because it don't look like you stealing.
Nigga, I look crazy as a bitch. And then it was one time, or recently, this past winter, what was that? Christmas. The old apartment, because I moved back in like the old little area that I used to live in. So I used to live down there. Somebody sent a package, like one of my family members. I'm like, bro, I don't live over there no more. Like, and how did you get that wrong? Because that was 2 apartments ago. Like,
mad apartments ago.
So I had to like go and fucking walk in, and I couldn't get in the door, but the door was like cracked. So I opened it, and then I see somebody like camera, like the little ring camera, like there. They're like, hello. I'm like, this package got my name on it, and I'm just like, and it was a big ass box, bro. I'm like, I look crazy. I look crazy. I gotta stop selling shit, but I'm not selling because it's mine.
Fact. Yesterday I got a package and I got the picture in the middle of the day while I was at work, and then I came home and it wasn't there, and I was like, fuck, did somebody steal my package? And then I remembered I had called a maintenance order, and I was like, and I checked the box that said they could come in while I wasn't home. So when I got
I'd be so skeptical, bro.
Inside of my house, they brought the package in for me.
See, that's nice. I like when like they do that, or they'll bring it or put it by the door or something like that. But I'll be skeptical about that coming my shit when I'm home, not home shit.
Yeah.
Which I got cameras and shit, but
yeah, I got cameras.
It just be like in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I want you here.
But to me, it makes it so that if they come and I'm not home, then I gotta wait for them to come again because I can't.
Exactly. That's the only reason I do it. I just don't be fucking wanting to.
Yeah.
What's crazy is I check it off and they still won't come. Like,
fine.
And they'll
they said fuck me.
They'll come and they'll
lucky
knock,
you guys,
and they'll be like, well, nobody answered the door. I'm like, but I said you could come even if I ain't home. Like,
Chrissy said, I literally watched the DoorDash driver put my food on someone else's porch as I was standing in the door waiting for them.
Nigga, I would have been mad as a bitch. Now, because not you stood there and took the picture, and you see me fucking standing here.
When they leave my shit at the wrong spot, I mark that I didn't get it.
You should.
Even if I know where it is. One time, first of all, at not my last house, 2 apartments ago, I lived in like a complex, and it was a very confusing complex. So I get it. But one time the driver didn't call, didn't text, didn't say they needed help, and like left my food by a tree somewhere on the property. Not at a door anywhere, not just fucking like left the shit outside.
Somewhere where the animal's just about to be like, oh, cool.
That shit not delivered so fucking fast. Like,
that's fucking annoying. It was one time,
but I'm not gonna pay for it now.
I had a fucking situation where I don't know what the fuck. I might have been doing DoorDash, and you know how like you get multiple orders. Nah, it had to be I think it was Uber Eats. Anyway, you get multiple orders, right? So I went to one spot, picked up the order. The girl name was Jessica R. I'm like, okay. Go to the other spot, pick up the order. The girl name is Jessica R. So I'm like,
of course it is.
All right. Go to do the fucking delivery, and then I'm thinking, oh shit, the second one must have dropped off, or that this is because sometimes they'll put 2 and it's really the same fucking person, right? Mm-hmm. Child, I go to deliver the shit, so I give the person the food, and then I got back in the car, and then the shit pop up to go to the next destination. I was like,
you gave her both bags.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo.
Maybe bomb.
So I go back towards the person's door, and the man like he handed me the shit, but I'm like, bruh.
Nah,
she would have been tight.
My worst one was one time the lady delivered a DoorDash, and this was when I was living with my ex, and so we opened the food up and start eating. Well, I didn't start eating yet because I opened it and realized mine was wrong, and he was eating whatever he had. And so I texted the lady back. I'm like, this is not my order. It's got somebody else's name on it and shit too. And mind you, I've already opened it. So to me, once you deliver the food to somebody, you can't give it to somebody else. It's contaminated now. So I gave it to my boyfriend at the time. I was like, here, go ahead. I'm not going to eat this. It's covered in cheese. Like, I don't eat cheese and shit. So like, I was like, I'm not going to eat this. So he eating it. She comes back, gives me my correct order. I put it down. And she's like, can I have the order back? And I'm like, can you have back the food that you already gave me? No. First of all, that's disgusting.
I opened
Even
it.
if I hadn't already opened it and my boyfriend half of it was down his throat, like I wouldn't have given it back to you anyway.
Right.
And she was like, well, can I have your order back to give to the other? No, the fuck, you cannot have my food
I'm crying.
to give to the other person and then give them the wrong order that they don't want either. So then I'm hungry and they're hungry for what? That doesn't even make any sense. And she was like, well, what am I supposed to do? I said, take that shit up with DoorDash. That's your fault. What the fuck you mean what you supposed to do?
I wonder what she did. She probably called. I don't know what the fuck she did.
I don't know, because I'm like, girl, I'm not giving you my food. That was never gonna happen. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
That's hilarious.
That shit was never going to happen. I'll be right back though. I don't want to leave my package outside.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you get the fucking food delivery, and let's say you do like get the wrong one or whatever, and once I open it, somebody done breathe on it. I don't want that shit anyway.
Facts. They won't take it back if you're in a drive-through and they give you the wrong bag.
Right.
Once
like
it goes in your car, they're like, I could take it back and throw it away for you. You could just keep it. I'm like, it was 2 seconds. You could take this fucking bag back because it's not right. I don't want.
Nah.
I don't even know what's in it. I don't know what's in it. Take it.
Whole time it's the person behind you. It's their whole order.
I'm trying to say you sometime like I'm talking like I didn't even get it all the way in my car, but like I just grabbed it, put it in the windowsill. She said, "I'm sorry, it's the wrong bag." I said, "You want it back?" She goes, "No, once it goes in your car, I have to like just do it again." I'm like, "You could just have it back. I didn't even pull it all the way in the car."
Just
like,
wasting food. Damn, you got it that fast?
Yeah, and I might have gave the neighbors a show because I don't got no pants on. So.
Oh my way.
Not she out here in her drawers.
In the skivvies, bruh. In the skivvies.
This bitch said I might have gave the neighbors a show.
I don't listen.
It's the fact that you just don't give a fuck like that. You know what I mean?
She literally DoorDashed to get her package, like
and did. And
In a
then
row.
luckily it was at least the right building and the right floor,
Okay.
but the wrong unit.
Yeah.
So I just
Was it right directly next door?
it was diagonal across.
Oh, okay.
So like there's 4 right here.
I wonder
Yeah.
who got ring cameras and saw you running in your.
That's what I looked real quick. I was like, ring cameras. I was still gonna go anyway. It wasn't gonna matter, but I wanted to look and see.
You just ain't wanted to be a person outside. The cameras you don't care about.
I'm gonna be honest. No, the other way around. I would. Care more
Oh
about
no,
the
you know
cameras
what?
than the person.
It would be the other way around for me too.
Yeah.
Because cameras, motherfuckers be
Because
posting
then next
that
thing I
shit.
know, my ass is on
Look at this
Instagram,
bitch.
I'm viral, like, because my ass out. Yeah, no. I have a big ass tattoo and stuff too. Like, it's very noticeable.
Yeah, definitely know that it's you.
Yeah.
Child.
Anyway, all right. We got any topics we want to get into? Anything specific y'all want to talk about?
I'm trying to think about what the fuck happened this week.
Right.
A lot. You know,
All the
shit
stuff you
happens.
sent, I was like, oh, it's only Thursday.
Let me see what we had on the menu for this week. Besides the fact that next week is our 6-year discussion gang anniversary,
Which is crazy.
and this week is our 5-year showversary. The showversary is on Friday. We've been doing this for 5 years, y'all.
Woo.
You guys.
That's crazy.
We've been at this for 5 years strong.
And I'm still having fun doing it.
I mean, me too. I ain't digging in my nose, y'all. This fucking nose right.
Girl, I'll be digging in my nose.
No, because I feel like I've done this a few times. It keep twisting. I'm twisting it back. I just all right.
I have a topic.
Shit look crazy. What?
Let's see if I got a drop for it though. I ain't been doing my drops this. Oh no, not that. Hold up, not that.
I'm like, bitch.
See, this is why I can't do no drops no more.
Child.
Because I don't know how to do them. I don't like Riverside. Hate this fucking shit.
I can't. We got
current events. We got some current events.
I feel like this shit's too long.
And I'm getting rid of all of our drops that are that fucking
Bro.
long, bro.
You need something real.
I'm
You can
getting
flip
rid of
them out.
all
It's
of
like,
our
all right, damn. Current event.
I'm getting rid of all of our drops that are that long.
We can clip them up. We can clip that one at least because he's just repeating.
It should be the one current events go away. That's it. That's all.
Maybe the second one. But
Maybe
like,
the
it gets to like
second.
3 or
Next.
4 or something. Like
Jesus.
anyway, so the story, a man reportedly hid under his bed in terror while armed men kidnapped his wife and 5-year-old daughter.
I saw you send that shit, or did you post it?
I posted it. I sent it and I posted it.
Okay.
But, so the comments were split because on one side everybody's like, "Oh nah, you gonna have to kill me if you taking my wife."
Okay, hold on. Let me backtrack. He knew like that, so he purposely went and hid underneath the bed while his wife and child was being
in the house while the robbery was happening or whatever.
Okay.
Kidnapping or whatever was
and
happening.
he just hid and waited for them to leave. Like
as far as I don't have a ton of like information. I could look up some more details on it. But
so this nigga stayed under his bed and waited for the kidnappers to come rob him, take his wife and his kids, and he just was under the bed, just sitting there.
From what I understand, he was able to like give a really good description of them and got them caught, and his wife and child returned.
But still though, as his wife, I'd be like, nigga, you sat there.
No, his fight or flight went in like
What the fuck? You sat there and let me and our child get kidnapped, and you was underneath the bed. You ain't even try to do that.
Well, that's where the comments are split, because a lot of people feel like that, but then the other half of the comments are like, well, what was he supposed to do? Go out there and get killed too?
They didn't get
people
killed
are saying
though.
it was smart, like he was smart, but other people
Okay,
are saying,
but in that instance, he's okay. Let's say he is the smart one. Now you got to live with the fact that if something happened to them, you let something happen to your wife and your child. You ain't even try to stop it.
Let me read more of the information.
Like,
so The kidnapping took place around 3 a.m. Blah 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 in Ecuador, I think. Yeah, Ecuador. I didn't know it was in Ecuador, but his 26-year-old soccer player says he hid under the bed when he heard the front door being broken down. The perpetrators took his wife and child after asking the woman if he was in the residence, so they came for him.
I'm crying.
I
Wait,
didn't know
is he?
that.
Wait, you said soccer player. Is he?
He's a soccer player. Yeah.
Is he like no? Like, is he a professional soccer player?
Yeah, he's an Ecuadorian soccer player named Jackson Rodriguez. I didn't know. I didn't have that information. But
so they came for him.
They came for him. It sounded like, and then Rodriguez saw at the window that the individuals were traveling in a gray-colored double cab pickup truck. The incident occurred amid a state of emergency declared 10 days ago by the government in 9 areas of the country. The measure allows the mobilization of security forces in those territories to combat the operations of organized crime groups. So they're already in a state of emergency because of organized crime happening in their fucking area. Ecuador is home to around 20 criminal gangs involved in trafficking, kidnapping, and extortion.
Jesus. So don't go to Ecuador. Got it. Okay. All right. Cool.
So I'm thinking in my head, just to play devil's advocate, he heard the door being broken into and he just hid. He probably wasn't thinking at all about his family. And no shade to men, but some men's instincts don't be paternal like mothers are. So like, if I hear the door being broken into and I know I got a child in the house, I'm grabbing the child. Like, I'm not even thinking about my husband, my man, nobody. I'm thinking about let me grab the child.
On their own.
All the grown folks is on their own. So I'm saying I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing, but it's just more acceptable for me to do it because I'm a woman. And it just sucks that, like, I'm not saying he's still gonna have to deal with that, like, in therapy, because if something would have happened to him, that's gonna be a lot to process.
Because the expectation is that the man is the provider, the protector. When it came time to protect, he didn't.
Right.
So that's why, like, I see what needs to be.
And some men just ain't built like that, though. I'm just not. This is why I don't subscribe to gender norms and roles.
Right.
Like, no,
because I also get the other side of the comments that are saying, like, well, what was he supposed to do? So if it's, I don't even know how many people it was, but now I'm realizing we're talking about gang members who will do what the fuck ever. We're talking about armed people, so they had at least probably
potentially the cartel.
Machete, like, who knows? So we're talking 1 on 3, 4, 5 with guns and shit. So like, what was he going to do?
Y'all would have rather him have died nobly.
Wife and child anyway.
Like, that's the thing. People make it seem like it's all fairy tales the way we grew up and shit, because people are like, well, if he's a man, he should have let them hide and he should have confronted the attackers. And if he would have died, at least he would have died nobly. I'm like, no, there's no noble way to die.
They ain't got no guns in Ecuador. Like, he can't.
I don't know. But I kind of see both sides. Like,
I get it.
I mean, knowing that he's a famous, soccer player, I get, but I do see both sides.
A lot of other professional athletes have been targeted in the same way.
Yeah,
so it was a targeted, like, they was probably here for him type of thing. But like, so like, I get it, but like, you don't have to kill me about my child. Like, you just
right. It's like, as a man, because fuck his wife.
Parent,
like, not even saying fuck his wife, but like, fuck his wife. As a parent, then you know that you have a father. Period. Why would you even? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what you just made me think of? So we all said, like, how their wife is going to deal with the husband after that. How is the child going to feel after that?
To know that my dad was in the house and he didn't protect me.
Yo, one time when I was 5, these men with guns broke in and my dad ran under the bed and left me and my mom to deal with it.
Nigga.
But think about all the movies where the narrative is the child ran away and heard their parents getting killed. Then they're in therapy saying, I remember when I was 5 and somebody broke into
this. I'm not saying
right.
there
It
was
just
no like
yeah, it just sucks. It just
there was
sucks.
no good outcome because then like you're like, oh, I grew up and I heard my parents getting killed trying to save me, and now I've got this deep seated
Right.
survivor's guilt. Like
Yeah.
I saw that article going around again about there was a famous, I think she was an actress, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I think she was on Glee and she drowned and her son was like
Oh,
on the boat.
Naya.
Naya
Is it
Yeah,
Naya
yeah,
Rivera. Yeah.
and her son was on the boat with her, but he was a kid. He was what, like 4 or 8 or something?
Yeah.
He was really little.
I think it's 4.
And yeah, and the article was from his perspective about feeling guilty about not being able to save her. A 4-year-old, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was you gonna do? But that's just how it's just human nature to feel that way, to feel survivor's guilt.
Self-preservation is a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
and I can't, you know what? As much as I would love to believe that if there were a child, now, like, there's so many different variables, like, where it's just messed up no matter which way you do it. Say I'm in this big ass house and my kid is on the other side of the house where they're not supposed to be, and I'm looking for them and I'm trying to protect them and save them, and then something happened to them. I'm like, look, sometimes there's just no way for this to be ideal. And I just wish that they would stop cutting his ass for a human reaction. It was like it literally was a trauma response. It was just, he just reacted. That's what I think anyway. I'm not saying he was wrong or right. I'm just saying he was a human being in that moment. And people like, see, you ain't no man, and this is why. And I'm like, no, this ain't that conversation.
It's not. It's really not that. I don't think that he was being selfish on purpose. I think that he was in a situation where he was trying to be alive at the end of the situation. And what he did was he was able to get a description of the article I just read didn't say that. I saw some other people saying in the comments that, like, from articles they read.
The one you just read said something about the vehicle.
Right. He saw the vehicle, and I think that he was able to give a license plate or something. And I want to say they got the wife and child back.
You're hopeful? No,
I'm saying that because I thought I read that somewhere, but I didn't see it in the article that we just read. Oh yeah. Player's wife and child freed after kidnapping. So they got the wife and child back. So like that's the best version of this situation.
Oh, for sure.
He was able to stay alive, provide a description, provide whatever information, and get them back safely. So like he did protect. He just didn't do it physically in a way that resulted in him being dead also.
That's true.
Instead of.
As soon as you said it resulted in him staying alive, that song started playing in my head.
What song?
Staying alive.
Like,
and
why
when I
see
him pictures in my bed, I'm seeing him under the bed like.
Wait, I had a moment where a song popped in my head today. I said something to one of my students, and his response, he went, "Okie," and I started to be like, "Brokey." Let me not.
I'm glad.
Write a post-it note, and I said, "Write a post-it note that says LATTO," so I could tell her later what just happened because I didn't want to yell across the room like, "Write Lotto" on that.
Yeah, I'm glad your professionalism overrode that because if you
would have been like, "What?" She just
I'm
gonna
be honest,
broke.
they probably would have known what I was talking about.
No, for real.
These kids be knowing.
Yeah.
These kids be
They came in there talking about they tripping out. They like that little weird dance that I
hate it. I hate it so bad.
Ew, it's ugly. I hate it. It's like pelvic twerking. Like I hate it.
That's exactly what it is.
It's to the point where I'm like, I'm trying to have empathy for them because I'm like, I know all of the crybaby and you know all of that.
Oh, that little weird ass.
But when I'm with the kids, I'm like, for me, I just be like, we don't do that here, and they're like, why? And I was like, we don't do that here. We just don't do that here, okay? They're like, but Miss Nissy, I trip out.
Ew, I hate that shit, bro. Ew.
Stop. Knock it off. Like,
but Miss Nissy.
But Miss Nissy.
I'm like, remember I just talked to you a minute ago about the time changing on my laptop?
Yeah.
It changed back already. and I turned the thing off that says automatically update time, and it still changed back. And I'm noticing because the comments on Riverside have the wrong time also. Because my computer has the wrong time.
Yep.
I don't know why this is happening, and I a little bit like I don't want to get rid of this laptop because the only specific reason I got it is because I needed a new laptop from when we first started the show, from the very first like 2 episodes, and that was when my laptop decided to die.
Yes, I remember.
Mid-show, and I wanted a laptop that had Thai letters on the keyboard.
Okay, so how long
I have it? I've never used them, and I don't read Thai, but I like that it has them.
How long we been doing the show again?
It'll be 5 years this Friday.
So, bitch, maybe your laptop giving up on you.
I was about to say, because the laptop life is like 3 to 5. It really is 3 to 5.
It really is.
Y'all supposed to be on my side.
For sure. But I need to be realistic, baby. I won't lie to you. Okay. I feel like your shit can
crazy. I be dragging around a lot of bags of like crap between different apartments when I move. And I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go through this when I move.
Girl, that be me too.
And I'm pretty sure I have like 2 laptops in my closet.
Like, I hate that shit. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go through this and then we'll see if
I got 3.
Like, bitch, you're never gonna ever.
No, but sometimes they be coming in handy though.
And it's the same thing with like my old cell phones. I don't be getting rid of a lot of things because I'm like, even if I take all my photos off, take all my shit off, in my mind, somebody can charge that phone up and find all my shit that I don't want them to find.
If you face down, ass up, with a dick in your mouth, or something crazy. I just
it wasn't all that.
Well,
it wasn't all
I
that.
can say with certainty, I didn't even realize like everything on my phone is backed up, like everything on my new phone. Like it's the same model of the phone. It's not a new phone, but I was like, it wasn't until I went to look for my credit card in my secure folder that I realized, oh shit, all my nudes, all the nudes, any nude I ever kept, took, all of it is in that phone. But the phone is so dead, like a new battery, nothing will fix it. So if they do try to fix it, they got to factory reset it, and they ain't gonna get it anyway. But I'm like, oh, my secure. This is the first time in my life my secure folder is empty, bro. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot all about them damn.
That backing up should be coming handy though. Like when you like, I don't know if Samsung do it. I know before it was like, what is it? The little transfer shit. That was back in the day where they used to like plug it up.
Man.
That's why your shit. So now with Apple, because this is like I think this is my second Apple phone. With them, once you go in, you just log into your iCloud. It literally just the same exact fucking phone. Like it's
same thing with Google. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that just triggered a story.
What happened? Bitch, no, don't tell that fucking story. You told the story already.
I don't care. It's hilarious.
Well, I was mad as a bitch, man. That shit pissed me off. I had to pay $150. All right, we're gonna tell the story. My phone was fucking up, right? My phone was fucking up, and I called T-Mobile. I'm like, yo, I need a new phone. And they like, do you have water damage on this one? Because you know, back in the day, I think it's still a thing. When you get a new phone, you gotta send the old shit back, whatever. So I'm like, man, nah. It's like, cause I always kept it in the case. I'm like, I don't got no water damage. Like, it's cool. So like, okay, then I should do the whole spiel, and she let me know. She's like, it's gonna be on its way. This, that, and the third. When you get it, as soon as you activate it, put the new one in the thing, send it over. Okay, cool. Me and this bitch go to the mall or somewhere we fucking go, and it's raining, right? So we come back, and when we was getting off the bus, it dropped us off like right in front of the campus, and we see one of the shuttle buses, and we lived like it was a little troop, like a little walk type shit. So we like, oh shit, the shuttle right there. Fucking get off the fucking bus and run into the shuttle. The whole fucking phone come out my pocket. I kicked the shit into a puddle. It was mad dramatic, bro. I was mad as a bitch.
It was pouring rain, so we trying to run to this bus.
I'm like, my phone.
And
I think the battery pack came off. Like it was just mad dumb shit that happened. And I'm like, bro, really? So I get back in the fucking, we get to the fucking apartment, whatever. And I'm like, bro, like my shit ruined now. And then I see T-Mobile, they charged me $150. I was mad as a bitch.
Damn.
But
bro, she dropped that phone and kicked it, bro. Directly into a puddle. A huge one.
And this bitch thought it was so funny. Oh my God. This bitch was on the shuttle crying. Like, shut your ass up.
It's been 10 years and I'm still crying about it, bro.
You rude. Cause I know that fit, bro. One time, my first apartment, and it was my first car. I remember I'm going to Walmart every other day now because I got a car. Like,
Because you got a car.
girl, I get everything. I live on the second floor. I get everything upstairs. I'm chilling, I'm cooking my dinner. I'm like, oh yeah, where's my phone? So I'm looking all over my apartment for it. Can't find my damn phone. I have a house phone still at the time. So this is a minute ago.
Ooh.
I call my phone. I'm like, I don't hear it. I probably left it in the car. I go outside. I call it some more. It's not ringing in the car. My phone is on the ground in between the curb and my car in the rain, ringing, like all lit up and shit with water all over. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That shit fell off your lap.
It was so at an awkward position. I couldn't even reach for it. Like in a way, I was all right. Do I get in the car and then get it, man? That shit pissed me off. So, and I found out the next day that I left one of my windows cracked, and there was
just
a
a
puddle
fucked up day for you.
in my back seat on the floor.
You just naming mad fucked up shit that happened in one day.
Fucked day.
The phone's in the rain. I'm like, you laughing at the time of it? That's mad rude. Like,
this bitch ain't give a fuck.
She ain't wait. She ain't check on you. She ain't had the emotional intelligence at the time.
Honest, I tried really hard, bro.
Cause she know, man. She heard me. I think I had him on speakerphone when they said something about the water damage. So, bitch, she heard the shit. I'm like, no, like, the fuck. And my new phone came like the next day or some shit. I was so tight, bro.
Between that phone call and that day, that's when you got water damage. Like,
I probably had the phone for like over a year. Like, I was fucking tight. That shit pissed me off.
Crazy.
I'm like, I'm a broke college student, bro. You cannot charge me $150. Like, what the fuck?
We got a lot of weird stories like that.
$150 back then, it felt like $1,000.
In college, we were broke. We wasn't even working like that. Like, $150 was crazy back then.
Shit was wild.
That shit. Might have just kept using the waterlogged phone for a minute.
Fuck it. Like, damn, I was fucking tight. I'm man.
So unrelated completely, no segue. I decided, because we're having field day on Friday, and I like to, so you know how last year I came to my school in the middle of the school year, right? And so I was really overwhelmed for the whole year. So all the things that were happening, I just kept like not being on top of a lot of things. And I was like, oh, I would have liked to have planned, blah, blah, blah. None of this shit was a surprise. I just wasn't on top of stuff. This year I'm more on top of things. So we got field day this week. And I was like, man, what could we do to like be cute for field day? Because me and my TA, we like this, bro. We having a ball teaching kindergarten. So I was like, man, what we about to do? And I decided, between the time I sent her that text and the 20 minutes it took her to reply, I had already ordered us shirts. And so I decided that we're gonna be Mike and Sully. And so I got a Sully shirt and I got her a Mike shirt. And we're gonna wear tutus with them and leggings or like something under it, because we got to be appropriate at work. And I'm gonna have all my kids wear blue, mostly so I could find them during field day. But
well, yeah.
And I'm having them make these like headbands that have the Monster University logo from Monsters University, and like maybe some horns on it or something. And so we're just gonna do like this whole little like Monsters Inc. theme.
That's cute.
And like I'm gonna give her a sign that says something like the brains behind kindergarten or the brains behind field day. And
are all of the teachers doing like themes and
ain't
shit?
Nobody else doing shit. It's just
okay. That's some day else shit. Got it. Okay. All right. Cool.
This was not a requirement of field day at all.
Okay. I got it. All right.
They're gonna be like, what the hell?
But that's smart though.
It is. It's like,
it is.
I've told y'all a million times. I like kindergarten to be fun. Okay, like for a lot of these kids, it's their first year of school. So I need you to have a good foundation, a positive association of going to school.
I wish you was my kindergarten teacher.
Right? And that's what
I would have loved to just have a black teacher. I don't care if you're a good teacher or not. I would have just loved to have a black one.
Was one of my teachers?
I didn't have a black teacher until I was in middle school.
I didn't have a black teacher until I had substitutes.
Like in middle school for sure, but I'm trying to think if one of my kindergarten teachers was black. I feel like she was. I feel like it was a white lady and a black lady.
We had one black teacher in my school. Her name was Miss Alexander, and I made it my business to find out her name because she was the only black one. That every other black person in my school,
You never had her as a teacher?
no, I just knew that. I was like, who's that? Because I ain't never seen a teacher that looked like me.
My high school, well, my middle school and high school, it was just black and Italian. So it was like we had a handful of black teachers, and then everybody else was fucking Italian. Damn near.
But I feel like kids never forget their kindergarten teacher either, and I'll never forget mine either. So
my mom said that when I was talking to her about it too.
I'm just surprised.
Clearly, I did because I don't know which none of them bitches. I don't know what their name was. I'm trying to remember if one of them was black. Should I remember? I don't fucking remember.
I think my teacher was like 30 or 40 when I was in kindergarten. She's elderly now.
My teacher was, and I can't remember her face, but I remember her name.
The only reason I know is because she was one of my customers at the bank.
That's
and
hilarious.
I run into a lot of my fucking teachers, bro. Oh my god, it'd be so funny.
I run into mine because I worked with them, so like they're my
like
now.
It'd be funny when they come in because I still look the same.
Yeah.
So like I can't act like I don't know them. Like I can't fucking do that. And a couple of them are like teachers that was like my favorite. I'm still the same height. I'm still the same person. Everything's there. No, but a lot of them is like teachers that I was mad cool with too. So like I just be like, oh shit, what up? Like it just be weird though.
I think I told this story on the show before, or I just put a post up about it, but I ran into my kindergarten teacher during COVID, and I said to her, I was like, I think I know this lady. And ironically, she's not even a customer at the bank. Her husband is, because he's a lawyer. So I saw the checks had the last name on it, and I said, that's her. I know it's her. Tell me why. I said, I think you were my kindergarten teacher. She said, what's your name, sweetheart? And I said, Janice. And she said, I think I definitely remember you. She came in the next day with our class photo. Bruh. She said, Lewis, she said, I will never forget.
Dug that shit out.
And that was when I found out that Mike and me went to kindergarten together. I didn't know that shit.
That's
like
fucking hilarious.
Like in the same class?
Same class. He was in the picture, bro.
Bro, what?
You saw a little picture of baby Mike. You like, what the fuck?
Yes. I'm like, I saw Jonathan, my best friend can't stand Jonathan, but I'm like, Jonathan was in my kindergarten class too. What the heck? So bro, what? All these people that I know today were in my kindergarten class
for different reasons. Like
I have no memories, but I remembered little Mike's face. And he was Mike, if you're still watching, I'm sorry, but he was such a crybaby. I remember.
No.
I was like, he was always the kid in the class that was crying or whining about something. I'm sorry. He was always just like,
wait. I got a story about running into teachers. It doesn't have to do with technically like running into them. So y'all know all them groups that's popping up on Facebook. The Are We Dating the Same Guy for like
yes.
area. One of my friends showed me one of my high school teachers is posted in Newburgh in one of them groups and been posted there more than once. And like had a lot of like red flags in them comments and shit.
Oh
like,
Lord.
I didn't find the post itself, but they showed it to me on their phone at the time, and I was like, yo. And I was really surprised by which I'm not gonna say their name on the screen, but I'm like, I was really surprised by like which teacher it was. Not that I know this teacher like that to be surprised, but I was.
It's literally like they teach you in that teachers are who you are, not just your job. So when you see them, it's like seeing teachers out in the wild. They're like, you're allowed to be, you don't live at the school. Like yes, I thought you live at the school. Like when I see my teachers out and about, it's like seeing them in the wild. I'm like, oh my God, you shop at Walmart? Like,
oh my gosh, you shop.
The real time that became a thing for me was when I became a teacher and I started hanging out with other teachers and seeing what they're like outside of work. And I'm like, oh, your teacher personality is a different person.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely like that 100%. Like my teacher personality, it's definitely mixed with a little
I'm
bit.
about to say I feel like you are a teacher is part of who you are. That's not
it
your
is.
job.
It'd be a
no 100%
part of your personality all the time.
Sure. Yeah, it is. But the person that like if you know me only from work, you never met me, you don't know Newburgh Danielle, you don't know none of that shit, and then you see me outside of work, you're gonna realize like these are two different fucking people
every time.
Like I don't be like singing Go Noodle songs. all
Anybody
day,
I ever
like-
work with, like, notice that they be like, "You not even," because, and I think it'll come up too when they try to like find me on Facebook. Like my name, not even my name, because bitch, I don't even want you to find me. Like,
Don't find me.
don't look for me.
Because one of my
So when they
coworkers,
see that name, they like, "Oh, this a whole different person." Yeah, it is. It is.
It
I'm a
is.
whole different person.
Especially
don't
outside.
know
when
her.
I go out in Newburgh, because a lot of people I have worked with in Newburgh either be out in Newburgh or work at the places that I go out in. Like I went to Billy Joe's one time, and I was in there, I was turning up, I was drinking, I was dancing. I'll be dancing, and one of the security guards is one of the custodians that works at one of the schools I'm at. And he was like, "Oh, I thought you was this little quiet substitute teacher." I said, "Yeah, I know you did. Everybody do." Because that's who I am at work. I'm not quiet, but I don't know why he thought that. But like,
I just know, I meant to tell y'all, I noticed this a while ago and I never got a chance to ask. JC, I almost called you by your government name, Lord.
Oh.
And I forgot that I remember that. That's wow. Jay, are you the only one in y'all friend group that's not a teacher?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I noticed it years ago. I've been
Absolutely.
meaning to ask her.
Fucking my teaching, but
Chrissy,
Chrissy,
Ari, and you are all teachers.
Oh, yeah.
And she's the only not teacher.
I say that all the time though. I'm like, my friends' teachers, they teach every grade. They got kindergarten, high school, middle, like.
I'm the opposite. Like
Never.
most of my friends are not teachers. Like Chrissy and Ari are like probably my only close teacher friends.
Yeah.
But when I was watching the show as a viewer, I'm like, they all teach. I wonder what Jay teaches. Like that.
Jay teach you motherfuckers how to stay out my motherfucking business.
That
was
teach you
Jay.
how to apply some beautiful press-on nails from J.C. Beauty.
What did you study in school? I meant to ask.
When did I study in school? So I studied. My degree is in basically it's audio production. So I did media production. My focus was audio, and then my minor was digital music production.
Of course, you wouldn't do a shit in college.
That's why you.
But I
good at
bullshitted my
all
way
that stuff.
through the whole
She
thing. I
wouldn't
promise.
do shit in college.
I
though.
promise. I bullshitted my way through the whole thing.
I know, but I'm like, that's why every time you ask her specifically to do something, I'm like, yeah, I do it, but I don't even know what I'm doing. So that's why you ask her. I'm like, the dots are connecting. I'm a little behind.
Did you and I kidnap somebody out of their class, or did me and somebody else kidnap you out of class one time?
I want to say it was me and you.
Who did we kidnap? Was it Chrissy?
I have no idea.
I
I feel like we did that.
We
sometime.
went to the building where the class
Was it Chrissy?
happening, and
Did we
popped in
get
the
Chrissy out of
window,
class? I feel like we did that.
Like, bro,
I feel like we was looking through the windows and
yeah,
shit.
and then just took off. With it.
We definitely did that to somebody. I don't fucking remember who.
Oh man, college was a time.
It was.
I don't want to go back to I'm glad that I'm done with college and stuff, but I wouldn't trade my college experience because I had a great fucking time.
Oh, never.
Both times I was in college, and I tell people it's crazy that I enjoyed college so much because it didn't start off how I planned. Like when I was in high school, I wasn't sure what I even wanted to go to school for yet, and I definitely wasn't sure like location wise where I wanted to go. I was like, do I want to leave the area? Do I want to leave the state? Do I want to leave the country? Like, what are my options here? And then my best friend had all these acceptance letters coming in. Her mom put them on the fridge. She got like fucking like 20, 30, like everybody's getting all these acceptance letters. I only applied to like 3 places. And I was like, one of them I got denied. One of them I hadn't heard back for a long time. And then Buffalo State was the only one I got accepted to. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to Buffalo. And then like a couple weeks before the semester started, when I was all set up to go to Buffalo, I got a acceptance from the other place I applied to. And I'm like, why the fuck is this so late? I'm like, I'm not changing my mind now. Like, and I felt like everybody was going on like college interviews and tours, and like I wasn't doing none of that shit. So I didn't feel like I had a good handle on it. And I just felt like I went to Buffalo by default because that was the only place I got accepted at the time. But I loved Buffalo. I wouldn't have met Jay Sierra without being there. And
I feel like because I wasn't supposed to be at Buffalo State either. I at first I was gonna go to Atlanta, and I'm like, nah, I can't move that far away from my mama. That ain't gonna happen. Which
you just a baby.
Not
then
then
I was gonna go to NYU, and then Tony was like, you're gonna fucking hate New York City, and I was like, oh. Just because how fast paced it is, he was like, just you jumping into that and not. He's like, it's 2 different, like, don't type shit. So he kind of like talked me out of it.
New York City at the time?
Probably like once or twice. So then it was another school in Buffalo that I was gonna go to. And when I got accepted, it was strictly for the program was literally just the music business. That's what the program was. So it was me learning engineering, everything. It was just mad shit, right? And so I go to look at it, and me and my mom, we walking around, they showing us where the dorms is and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And they started going over pricing. And then they started, when they showed us what the dorms was, I didn't like that it wasn't on campus. So I was like, I don't fuck with that. Like, cause I feel like I wasn't gonna get the experience, the college experience type shit. So then I ended up going back and I was talking to my guidance counselor, and she knew somebody at Buff State. So she had him contact me. He said, listen, he was like, he's like, if you do this in this order that I say, you're basically doing the same shit that this other school is doing. He's like, if you do media production, he's like, in a year, we're starting a minor digital music production. He's like, it's the same shit. He's like, literally, he's like, it's just come, and then, you know what I'm saying, you can do the minor and everything, and that way I'm like, okay. Like, and literally this was like probably a week or two before I moved in. Like, it was so fast. Like, I ain't even been to Buff State. Like, I didn't do no type of walk around.
I didn't do that either.
I ain't do shit. Like, I never even like stepped foot on that campus. I'm like, bro. Yeah. Yep. It was right before like they started selecting like rooms and all that other shit. I did it right at the last minute.
See, and everything truly does happen for a reason, because you said that you both weren't gonna go, and then you met each other. I met my best friend in college too, and we were both at OC, like SUNY Orange, local community college. She lives across the street from my church that I've been at since I was 13. Like, I knew her from around the way, but never. If we didn't have to take that shuttle to Middletown to go to school, I wouldn't have never met my best friend. So I'm like, bro, like, I didn't want to go to OC. Like, I was like, I graduated late. I graduated in the summer because I had to take one class. Really annoying. But then I didn't take SATs. I didn't take ACTs. I didn't know nothing about application fees. I couldn't afford none of that shit. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna go to school because I don't know if I can afford it. So by the time I was already working like at Price Chopper part-time, when I got fired from that, like a year or so later, because I was calling out all the time, I was like, all right, I guess I'll go back to school since I ain't got nothing else to do. And I ended up just going to OC because I know there was no application process. No, I don't need to take my SAT. I don't need to take it. All I gotta do is take some stupid test to tell you where I'm starting. But I met my best friend on the bus. And if I had not, then I'm like, there were so many instances I should have known her. We literally, like, she lived across the street from my church. I was there 3-4 times a week. I ain't never seen her.
But I feel like on purpose though, because like for me, everybody that like was in my circle, everybody went to MCC, which is Monroe Community College. Everybody went there. And I purposely was like, listen, and I think having my brother to follow from, you know what I'm saying, it kind of opened my eyes. Like, which he,
my life, bro.
Like, he stayed in Rochester because he got a full scholarship to the University of Rochester, which is crazy to fucking get a full scholarship to them. But anyway, so he stayed here because of that. He was gonna go to I think Morehouse, but he picked University because they was offering more money. Anyway, so he stayed here, but it was just him being on campus, him being outside of the house, him just having experience and kind of, me seeing him get his first apartment. Like, it was just like, I'm like, oh shit. So when I started applying for colleges, I'm like, I'm not about to go to MCC. Anybody else in this fucking school is applying to MCC. I'm not going to go there and see you motherfuckers. I just had to see y'all 4 years. Like, bitch, that shit ain't happening. Absolutely. So I was just like, I got to figure something out. So I was like OD with my guidance counselor. My grades was not good though. I always had like high honor or whatever. So I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm not going to get into somewhere. It was just, damn, the thought of leaving home, but I really didn't want to stay in Rochester. Like, I'm like, I have to venture out. Yep. Like, I can't.
Exactly.
That's the same thing they do with OC. Like, they literally call OC 13th grade because they're like, everybody goes there. And when I went, I could promise you I ain't run into not nary a damn person I went to school with. Not one. And it's the local community college. Made friends. Like, I was going to school with people who were either doing nursing or just in school. And I'm like, bro, like, and I still had a good experience at my community college. So now it's like, I almost didn't go there because of what everybody else said. And I'm glad I went and saw for myself. And that's why I advocate for 2-year schools. I stayed at my 2-year school for 4 years because when I was ready to be done, I was like, all right, I did my 2 years. This is it. They're like, stay here and take more classes because it's cheaper. And I'm like, I don't really care. They're like, I'm telling you, you're gonna go to another school. They're gonna charge you quadruple what we charge you. Just take more classes until you run out of classes to take in your degree, and then do a year at a 4-year school. And I was like, you're right.
You know what turned me off of like community colleges? The Parkers.
Not Santa Monica.
Yes, because
Mhm.
they were in junior college for like 6 years, and everybody always made fun of it in the show, like about like being in. This,
What the
like,
fuck is junior college?
I don't know if that's
Community
different than
college.
community college. Like, I don't.
Is that what they call community colleges?
I don't.
That's
I
what they did
guess.
back in the day. Yeah.
Maybe
That's
I don't
fucking
know.
hilarious.
But like to me, that's what going to OC felt like. So when people were giving like real facts about it, I wasn't even listening. I was like, I'm not going to OC.
Yeah,
Like
because
you
I
said,
was the
DC.
same way with the MCC with the two,
Yeah,
because
like-
everybody was trying to push the 2+2 program, and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, because if I stay here, I'm not gonna finish school. I'm about to be
Right.
here with
I was
every
never trying to
fucking body I
stay
know. Like,
in Newburgh, like I wasn't trying to do none of that shit.
That's why I took all my classes in Middletown, so I wouldn't have to be here.
But listen, Discussion Gangsters doesn't exist if I didn't go to that college,
that's a fact.
because
Right.
the original show, I mean, like this show, but the original, like us, was me, J. Sierra, Ari, and Chrissy, who I only know through college.
Which we all four are from 4 different states,
Four different
not
areas.
states, cities. Like
Like we would have, if we would have
within
never
the
met,
state,
like-
we never would have met ever. Like,
And the funnier
That's
part
crazy.
is, like, I met Ari in person, but like we didn't hang out a ton in Buffalo. I don't even know how like the 4 of us got in a group chat. Like, I don't even know how that shit happened. Like, and then when quarantine happened, I was in Thailand and stuff, and I was like, "Yo, we're mad funny. Let's get on live." And then
Yeah.
we did it. And then the next week, I was like, "All right, we gonna do it again." Chris was like, "Wait, we doing this more than once?"
Chrissy funny as a bitch. Chrissy was
Oh my
like,
God.
"We like, yes, bitch. That's what a podcast
Yes,
is. You do it continuously. It's like just
I
one
asked you to do
episode.
it once.
Surprise, niggas! Like, we.
I came up with a whole like show name and everything, and so we could do it once. Like,
That shit had us fucking. I'm like, bitch, what?
And this is why I loved each of the hosts for different reasons. Like Chrissy was my favorite for a season because she was just so aggy about everything. And that's
Okay,
my
next
baseline.
topic.
next time.
My baseline is Aggie. So I'm like, thank you, Chrissy. Thank you.
Chrissy makes you feel seen.
Yes. And then Ari, I'm like, crazy Auntie Ari, like, bruh.
Ari, she always come with facts. She always has
And
the facts.
And
It's
musical
literally like
knowledge.
polar opposite because I'm like, the chick has the face and voice of an angel. She really
Mhm.
does. Like,
Mhm.
and then when you hear her talking on the show, I'm like, who's this bitch? Like,
Bringing all this gangster ass energy.
but I love it
like-
because I'm like, yeah, it's just and then Danielle, I'm like, somehow you keep it together. And I was just like, I told this story a bunch of times, and I feel like I maybe told Danielle one time. The first time I met her in person, I almost fangirled, and it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, relax.
Everybody,
And I remember
me,
we
I
were like,
just
because
see
we were
this-
in COVID, we were in quarantine, and we had our event, and I'm like, yo, there go Danielle, like type shit, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck about whispering?
what about whispering?
And to me, I'm just regular, degular, schmegular.
Right? And
like,
Dottie's like, you gonna go take a picture with her? I'm like, I don't know if she wants me to. I don't know if she wants to. Like,
so
because
funny
Danielle
to
walked in
hear
there like an it girl too. Like she just like she knew she was that bitch with 2
Listen,
dudes
chin
on
up.
her arm, and like,
At all times.
hey,
that.
like,
My chin
hey,
wasn't always
bitches.
up, bro. My chin wasn't always up, so once it got up, I gotta keep it there now.
You gotta keep
love
that
it
motherfucker
there.
there.
Like, it
And
was
then
not
you know,
always there.
JC, she just always. I just feel like you just real shit. Like you are intrusive thoughts that people be like, don't say that shit out
Come
loud.
right
And
in.
I'm
I'm
like,
like, wait.
say it
Come on,
anyway.
that's true.
That's-
Say it anyway. No,
We're
do
gonna say it anyway.
The person
Oh,
that
I saw a post that reminded me of another story of you. Did I send it to you?
who me?
Yeah, or I
No.
tagged you in it. I tagged you, but I don't.
What
think
was
you
it?
got it. Rihanna posted yesterday. Somebody posted a reel, and they had that Native brand body wash with the pump.
Yes,
was
you
like-
did tag her in it.
And she was like, "I've been going around sharing my lotion with everybody in the office, not knowing it's body wash." And I was like, "Girl,
You said
I knew.
you did this in college.
I knew-
she didn't know when it was herself, but when
When
other
it was
people
me,
started
but when it,
using
I'm like, bro, I bought this shit. I'm getting rid of it. Everybody walking in, cause our dorm rooms, like we were directly across from each other, and we should just keep our shit open.
Just
So
open.
motherfuckers walking in, walking through, yo, you got some lotion? Yep, here. Put
then-
your hand out.
And then at one time, Alfred, he did it, and he was reading it, and he tried to
Yeah, he tried to play it off like
Try to
nah.
pretend he was washing his hair in your dorm room.
Like, bro, I had to get rid of that shit. So I'm like, yeah, now I pay for this. Fuck
Why
that.
didn't
Hey,
you
y'all,
just
y'all
like
gonna
use
use
it though?
You said what?
Why didn't you just like use it?
Because what was it? Shampoo?
It was I think it was shampoo that you thought was body wash. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
like, why
it was
didn't you just, like, wash
shampoo.
your hair
That's
with
what it was. So the reason I didn't use it is because no, it was shampoo that I thought was lotion. I thought it was lotion because remember I rubbed it on my body, and you were like, "That smell is fucking strong."
No, you thought it was well.
I thought it was lotion. I don't know if it was shampoo or
Yeah. You
body
thought it
wash
was
though.
lotion, and then because you said when you talked to your mom about it, you was like, I can't figure out. That was why I was so bubbly in the shower.
But right,
like that.
it was one of them shits. Either way, it was a brand that I didn't use, whatever it was. Like it had to be shampoo because I would have used
it
the
was
body
conditioner because you told your mom it was body conditioner.
Yes, it was conditioner. So that brand of conditioner, Suave, I'm not putting that in my hair.
Yeah,
like as
okay,
a black
okay.
girl, like I'm not thinking to do that type shit. We the making products we using that.
Yeah,
shit.
no, yeah.
So
yeah. And we back then we was real big on like using them specifically made black, like for black hair. I shouldn't say back then because still now.
Because they didn't even sell our products in the regular stores.
Right,
You
you
could
had to
only
go
get
to,
it.
like,
you had
the
to
hair
go to the beauty supply.
Like
Yes.
that aisle, like our shit wasn't in like Target and Walmart and
It wasn't.
Tops and shit. Damn Tops! I ain't been to a Tops in forever.
I just went to Tops like last week.
Bro, they don't got Tops in Newburgh. Like,
it's one
they don't got
like
Wegmans in
right
Newburgh,
across from me
They don't
almost.
got that shit. But that native body wash, I just bought it like a couple weeks ago. I had to actually look up a wiki how for how to fucking open it, bro.
I'm crying.
Stop. Because it has like the pump. So in my mind, you turn it to unlock it because you know how to go all the way down. I'm sitting here spinning this shit and it's not unlocking. I took the whole thing off and I could get the thing off, but
She said, "Boop boop boop,
fuck
this."
No, I'm sitting here like, dog, how do I do this? Like, and I'm like, I can't be the only one. So when I Googled it, mad other people,
of course,
popped up videos, wiki, like everybody. I'm like, if this many people have problems opening this shit, why do they
fix your fucking bottle, bro?
Why do you have a child lock on the fucking like body wash? And the way
have you ever seen children get into the body
like
wash?
spin it like how I did it, but you got to squeeze a certain part to unlock it and spin it at the same time. But there's nothing that implies that.
I was gonna say, do it say squeeze here?
No, it don't say shit. There's no like dimple, no different mark.
They
on
wanted
it,
you
nothing.
to fail.
You got to go on the internet.
You gotta go on there.
In order to use this body wash, you have to have access to the internet.
That's crazy.
It was insane. I was like, I deadass have to take out my phone and look this up. I can't figure this top out myself with 2 college degrees. Like,
it's a little embarrassing.
You know how I hate how I told you I hate when people like bring up that I'm a teacher when I fuck shit up. I do that to me and my brother all the time though. Like,
see, don't be a hypocrite.
We collectively can't do something. I'd be like a master's degree and a doctorate, and we can't get this shit together. Like, that's the first thing I be fucking saying to us, bro. Like,
but I feel like, cause my brother, he got his degrees and shit too, right? But brothers just do brother shit, and it's not even, you don't even gotta be a certain level of smart for the shit. It's just like, bro, that ass, like, you know. It's not even, I don't even think that has anything to do with the degree. Like,
at all. But my brother actually is very intelligent.
Yeah.
Still, I'd be like, dead ass. Like, all the time. All the time. But ask him something about some science or some shit.
Oh, for sure. Gonna have all that.
Financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. He gonna tell you in detail.
See, this is why I think he's a rocket scientist.
He might
like
be
I said back in the beginning, I still call my brother. The fuck?
You know what's crazy? Because you know how I tell people I don't know what my brother does. When I went to Cali last week or whatever week that was, he brought me to his job. So now I can still say I lived with my brother for a month. I've been to his job and met his coworkers and seen.
And I still don't know what he do.
And I still don't know what he do.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I know his job title. I don't know what the fuck he does.
I've been in the building, bro, and I still don't know.
I know his job title, but I like my version better. So he's a rocket scientist.
He might be.
Okay.
He might have built that rocket that Katy Perry and Gayle King went off.
Exactly. Go black man.
Go black
Go
man.
black man. He also, I want you to know, finds it hilarious and still talks about being called Dan Mail that one time that he was on the
Dan
show.
Mail,
Because
yeah.
that's who the fuck he is.
I
I'm
still
confused.
had a blast
minute-
when you brought him out and got him drunk. And
The
just let him-
minute Danielle
I
showed
didn't
me
get him
a
drunk. That is a
picture.
grown man, okay?
When I first met Danielle, she showed me a picture of her brother, and I'm like, "Bitch, y'all got the same face." Like, literally, that was the first thing I. She like, "No, he don't." Like, y'all look just alike. What
Because
is
nobody
going
had ever said that to me, like from Newburgh's. I mean, not that people didn't be like, "Oh, you Rob's little sister," like all the time.
Nah,
You
but
guys-
like, I'm like,
you make the
y'all like
same
y'all
face when you do that scrunch laugh thing where you're like, you guys do that the same too.
I'm like, what
I
is
think
you
it's
talking about? Like, and I
hilarious.
was confused that you were confused. I'm like, bitch, you don't see what I see?
No, because in Newburgh, everybody already knew that I was his sister, so nobody was like, "Oh, you look like." Like they
Yeah.
already knew. So like,
Child.
I'm hoping that I start seeing some of like our similar shit in my nephew when he gets bigger.
Because he looked like his mama.
Honestly,
he copy pasted her, bro. I'm like, did our
It is-
genes even fight back?
That's how the
Like,
first boy be sometimes, though.
like-
Sometimes the first boy will look literally just like the mom. Like a lot of the time, that should be happening. And the man be like, damn. Like,
But what if my nephew is Blue Ivy and he gonna look like my sister-in-law while he's growing up, and then be 100%
And
my brother when he's like
Yeah.
12?
that's a possibility.
it's a possibility. DNA and genes be doing that and shit, you know?
I'm excited to see what he looks like when he grows up, because right now I think he's the cutest baby in the world.
He is. He is so adorable.
Like he looks like the cutest parts of my sister-in-law. Like he's got this like really cute curl pattern. He has a
Oh my
ton of
God,
hair.
he has that
Like,
thick, spongy, curly but loose curl hair.
Mhm.
Like the
He is
thickness
so
of
cute.
4C, but the
Did you bite
texture
him?
of 3C. Like it's just like
we won't discuss that on air, but in case my sister see and think I'm biting her baby. So
You do. You be biting our baby. So I bite babies.
You've been biting baby thighs since I met her.
oh, I be gum.
If you
I be
got
gumming the
cheeks,
baby. I
you
Yeah.
got cheeks, you got rolls, you a little Michelin
I
man.
love the roll.
I love
What
a
are we
little
supposed to
Michelin
do?
man, baby.
What are we supposed to do?
You gotta eat them. You gotta eat them.
You got to eat the baby.
It's
You
giving
gotta
nom, nom,
eat
nom.
them.
What are
The
we talking
rolls
about?
gotta be eaten.
They have
Gotta
to.
eat 'em.
What else we doing with the rolls? We can't let them go bad.
Like
They eat 'em.
It's rude. It's rude to let the
Rude
rolls.
as a
one
bitch.
thing my sister-in-law will not have is her baby be crusty. So my nephew be having the little glittery.
That
not
baby be
glittery.
lotion. That
Yeah,
baby
He
oily.
be having little butter
Vaseline
baby
on his
rolls.
face.
Like, his baby rolls be buttered, okay?
I know that's right.
Shea butter, baby, literally.
That my baby ain't gonna be crusty, okay?
But that's a sign of a well taken care of black child.
Mhm.
Rich, poor, in between. If that child is moisturized, they're
Mhm.
being
We know
they
it's
come from
love.
a loving home that is taking care of them.
Greasy as fuck. I remember my mom putting
Greasy.
that motherfucking Vaseline. Come here. Like, why would you do it like this?
You
Like,
gotta-
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm
Like,
like,
Yeah, and then you fighting on him and stuff.
slapping it on is crazy. Like,
One of
Like,
my
what
kids
the
had
hell?
on shorts earlier last week, and I said something. I was like, "Man, your knees is ashy," and he was like, "They always are." Do something about that, bro. Like,
Bruh.
this is a black child?
Yeah, ashy.
no.
as
You just
hell.
don't-
See,
you
I
don't
be the
like
black
lotion?
teacher that's like,
every day.
come
bro.
here.
See, my thing is, I don't give students food that I brought.
No,
from
I'm
home.
saying I wouldn't rub it on. I would literally do this, go, and then walk away. Like,
I don't
like,
give kids
now rub it in.
like,
Like,
lotion. I don't give kids none of that shit, because to me, even if you don't have no allergies listed, that's gonna be the moment you suddenly got.
That's gonna be the day. The day.
You suddenly are allergic to this one obscure ingredient that's in my lotion.
Yep.
So I don't give kids nothing.
You ain't
ashy,
even
you
know the
gonna be
lotion had
ashy.
tree nuts in it, and now you done gave it to
That's what
this
I'm
kid
saying.
that's
Like,
allergic to
yeah, no.
Vaseline.
You just don't be
Butter.
ashy. If my kids bring their own stuff from home, I let them use it. You can use your chapstick, your lotion, your Vaseline,
Mhm.
whatever.
You just
But
ain't getting it from
I'm
me.
not giving you nothing out of my purse that is mine. Because I'm not gonna be held responsible for that shit. If your kid suddenly swell up, no.
Now, I found myself in one of those situations and I forgot to notify the parent. But I will say, I'm like, damn, is this my life now? Like, there was a kid. She's oh my God, this child. I don't want her in my class without her parent there. Like,
Crying.
and I'm only there with them for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, she can't come just because she needs all my attention and I can't give it to her. I promise you I can't. So you got to come with her because she ain't gonna be running all over my classroom. Now she's in school. That has done wonders for this girl because now she sits still. I don't have to tell her more than once. Like she'll be like, Miss Niecy, you like it? And then I'll be like, good job. And she'll be like, you're proud of me? I'm like, I am proud of you. She goes, thank you. And then she goes back. She's so good now. So she went to use the bathroom. I said, okay. She said, Miss Niecy, I need to use the bathroom. I said, okay. She goes, are you going to come with me? I was like, you want me to come with you? She's like, yeah. So we got one bathroom upstairs at the church, and it's literally in the hallway. So, and with clear glass doors so they could see. I was like, do you want to go by yourself or do you want me to come in there with you? And she said, I'll go by myself. I said, all right, I'll be in the hallway. I closed the door. I let her go. I didn't know she was going. And so I'm like, you done yet?
I'm coming. Can
you come in here and help me? I was like, sure. I didn't know that I was
that you was helping in that way.
Wiping ass. I was like, wait, this is what we're doing now? So normally, I'm like, granted, my relationship with her grandparents is like super cool. So I'm pretty sure I could have just told them. But I'm like, I don't ever want it to be like, well, yeah, Miss Niecy was in the bathroom and she wiped my butt. Like,
right. Like
she shitted. Yeah, I wiped it. I had to. Like, I didn't have a choice. And it was literally like another kid was in the hallway and I was like, hold on. She's like, Miss Niecy, I need your help. And I'm like, well, here's the tissue. And she's like, no, I never, like, can you help me? I was like, oh, they still wiping your butt.
You just unlocked a core memory for me, by the way. When I was a daycare teacher, so mind you, these are daycare kids, so they're potty training. And one of the classes that was like the 2 to 3 year old area, the bathroom wasn't in the classroom, but it was like stalls kind of, or whatever. Anyway, so the kid calls me in there to help him, and he bends over and grabs his ankles and his booty hole towards me, and I'm like, what you doing?
Yo, why did Dottie walk by as you said, what you doing?
What you doing?
Put that ass up. Put that ass up. I'm like,
and he's like, I need you to wipe me. And I'm like, oh. And to me, I'm like, that was a new experience. Like, and I didn't know he was gonna need me to wipe him. So I was like, okay, you just be guns blazing at people.
I'm come right in. Oh my god, because hands on the ankles is crazy.
He just expected me to know what that meant, and I was just like, oh. But the crazier part is after that, I started teaching other kids to do that because it does put you in a good position to be able to like wipe clean.
Yeah.
Like,
but if I would have known, I would have brought my wipes. That was my. Now I'm like on the third wrap of tissue that I have to wipe.
Trying to,
man, I need some gloves, some.
Bro, I was not prepared, and I wanted to let them know, if for nothing else, not even to protect myself, but to let them know that she might have streaks in her underwear later because I didn't have wipes. Like I wiped her like 3 times, and I was like, all right.
You know what's crazy?
And I wasn't even in here to do this.
Yeah.
So my first job at Buff State, I worked on the campus daycare, and I never had no issues with kids and using the bathroom and potty, and none of them kids had the issues. It was this one little boy with his bad ass, and because I was the new kid on the block, they made me be his shadow. That's the reason I quit the job. I just want y'all to know I can't. And the reason
that's not where I thought this story was going.
The reason I quit is because I couldn't pop them. Because you need to be fucking pop, my nigga. Like you tripping. Like I said, this ain't for me. I don't need to be around little tiny children that don't know how to act. Because I can't hit them. And when I can't hit you, I don't know.
See, but my thing is, I've always been able, for me, the threat that I got permission from your parents. No, and I don't ask for it because I don't want to hit them.
He didn't care. Like his mom knew that he was fucking bad as fuck. Like, and it'll be the threat of, I'm gonna tell your mommy I'm south. Like,
no, the kids' parents, I wouldn't even ask. Their parents would be like, and if they get out of line, whoop their ass. Or if they get out of line, pop them in the mouth. And if they do this, hit them. I was like, all right, remember your mom just said I could pop your. She did. You ain't hear her before she.
When I tell you the mom used to drop him off and damn near run, that she was getting the fuck out of there. I promise she was. Child, oh no, this little motherfucker was bad, child. He was biting.
It's not ironic that you're scratching your face with your middle finger as you're talking about.
My bad. I was mad about it. I don't know what's going on.
It'd be the opposite sometimes too. Like I used to have a kid when I worked my first summer school job. And this was an all day, like, first of all, it's a very disorganized program, but it was a 10-hour a day program. It was because it was supposed to be like half summer school, half like summer camp. And like when I say we were there for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like this was a long ass program. And
Nah.
this one kid I had that he was just always cutting up. But to me, it wasn't that deep, like enough for me to call his mother, so I didn't. And then when she would pick him up, sometimes I would mention something to him, and she would be like, "Well, why did you call me?" I'm like, "Well, it wasn't really that serious for me to like disturb your day. Like, I didn't need you to come like from work, you know what I'm saying?" So like, I didn't call her. But now then she was like, "Well, call me for blah blah blah." Next time I did call her, she ran up in that classroom and snatched him the fuck out. And my thing is like, you know that this is your mom and this is how you choose to act.
Oh, sometimes kids don't give a fuck.
They don't
My
be
mom,
giving a
my mom was that
damn.
mom. My mom was that mom, and you know, sometimes I ain't gonna say it was brother, but you know, and she had to go to school, and he know we live in the house with her, nigga. Why is you tripping?
It wasn't even like that in my house, and I still like I didn't do no crazy shit because I didn't want to deal with my parents. But it wasn't even like that. My mom wasn't snatching me up out of places, but still, I didn't want to get in trouble.
It was it was like a certain but that comes with like a certain level of, I don't know if it's, I guess it would be respect in a way of like, damn, I don't feel like dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, or I know that it's gonna piss him off, or I know that I'm gonna disappoint him. You know, just that type of shit. So it's like I'm not gonna do certain things just because, you know, like I feel like that comes with that.
My mom only had to come up to the school once for me, and it was in first grade, and I didn't know she was coming. But my teacher kept saying she was gonna call my mom. And what's crazy is I wasn't a bad kid.
Well,
but I feel
what
like
the fuck was you doing in first grade?
This teacher, I just had it out for me, and I just did not understand. Like, she'd be like, "You're not paying attention." I'm like, "I am paying attention." I'm like always getting in trouble for something I wasn't doing. And one day, my mom was just in my classroom when we came back from our activity. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she sat right behind me, and I was like, I promise you, if I did do something, I don't remember what it was because I wasn't that kid. I wasn't like running around the classroom. I wasn't talking to people during class. I was very disciplined because I'm the first child. So I'm like,
yeah.
Bruh. But
see, I appreciate my mother for taking my word for it a lot of time, because I know of like at least 2 instances that I can think of off top that she had to call the school and cuss the teacher the fuck out or come up to the school. You know what I'm saying? Just because of me being a certain type of student. Like I said, in high school, I was like in the high honor roll, whatever. So whenever somebody fuck with me and they'd try to make it seem like, oh, she did this. She like, no, the fuck you did. Like, so it'll be like, you're picking up my child. So now I gotta pull up.
Yeah, it'd be like that, honestly. I just seen a post, and because we were talking about Beyonce and her daughter at the beginning, and this adult woman posted, "Is Beyonce other daughter slow?" And they in her comments dragging her.
I know they tearing her the fuck up. Beehive by
a bigger woman, so they immediately went to that, talking about, is your metabolism slow? Like they went immediately into her life.
I do feel like Rumi, like I wasn't sure which twin it was. They said was on the spectrum, and she definitely gave either that or overstimulated. But yeah. I didn't think that she was slow. I felt like
hold on. What's their son's name?
Sir.
Sir. They've been saying that about Sir. I want to say
I don't like that name.
Since the Super Bowl, since she did the Super Bowl, and I only say that because I remember they had little like Rumi there, and then they were like, well, where's the son? Like whenever they see Jay-Z with Blue, it'll be Blue and the other daughter, or Beyonce, and like, so people have been saying this for like fucking years now, like that, you know, he's on the spectrum or whatever, so they, you know, have him, you know, and even that comes with, even if he is, it's not necessarily that he can't be at certain places. Maybe loud sounds or something, like too many people, certain things. You know what I mean? Like it fuck with you. So
you probably would have been triggered. Like Rumi was so overwhelmed with the crowd screaming that it just made her super.
She's just like
hyper excited. Like Like, oh my God. Like, so
You
I
can
felt
tell it looks like she's been asking her mom, can I come on stage like my big sister? Like the way that she
yeah.
That's what
received
that
it,
shit means.
it looked like, oh my God, she finally let me come out and like be out here with her and my
she
big
wasn't
sister.
expected to go out there and like do choreography and sing and all that shit. Like she
Right.
was expected to go out there and just kind of exist.
Yeah, and she knew some of the choreography. You can see she was doing, you know, but it was like,
been seeing that shit. But like,
I saw one post that was like when Rumi realized she was supposed to lock in, and she started doing the choreography, and then she goes again. They're like the moment when Rumi realized, oh shit, like I'm here to do a job.
Oh shit, I'm performing. Oh, hold on.
yeah, bro.
It was so wholesome.
But hey, y'all.
I don't care. That shit was cute as fuck.
It really
It
was.
was cute.
Oh my
adorable.
God.
It really was. Then you see Blue at the end. Come on.
All right, it's done now.
Too
The
cute.
number of times they say like.
Which mic is
saying
this?
Like too much. I don't know what.
No,
mic
that's
this
not
is.
our mic.
No.
Who is it? What did he
I don't
say?
know who this is.
Like, how
So
about
sum up the
you
number of
mind your
times they're
business?
saying like, oh my God, like look like. Are they talking about us? We saying like too much? I don't
I'm
care.
crying.
Like,
Never get.
Because I'm like, isn't this like the second or third week in a row people want smoke? Like, it just, I'm not sure if you want smoke or not. I'm just saying, why are people picking on us? Like,
because like,
we have time. Like,
all the time in the world.
we have time.
On some fake looking little account. Yeah, no, fuck out of here.
I thought it was our mic, so I could be like, Mike, you gotta rewind the video. Talk about what I was talking about.
It don't look like it.
It don't even got a picture.
Mm-mm.
I hope it's not that same person from TikTok.
Oh my God,
because you got too much time on your
the one that
hands.
Bebop want to smoke with.
That started following him, like
that like
bro,
went to his account
crying.
and shit. Like, oh my God, so weird. But like when the girl that said that, she has a podcast also. So it's highly likely, even if she didn't have a podcast though, it's likely that she just said that for like clickbait. But I'm like, man, regardless of like how much money you would make off of the viral post, I don't want that type of smoke on the internet.
Right.
I don't want I don't want people coming at my every like physical trait and like you know what I'm saying, like even if it is like for engagement and you're getting paid and stuff, I don't want that type of smoke. Because at some point that shit does start to like hurt. Like people be like, oh, like celebrities, like if you want to be a celebrity, then you got to take this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, like
I'm still a person.
are people. You know what? Like, and eventually shit hurts. Even if you don't like you block it or blah, blah, blah. But like I don't want that type of smoke. So like when I be going viral for shit and I be getting paid for it, great. But I don't purposely go out of my way to be viral for shit like that, like talking about people's kids and stuff. Like,
just doing the most in order to get the clicks and likes and comments. Like, that shit is weird.
Cool with like rage baiting, which I get it. It like, especially if I was on like a fake account, I might do that.
Yeah.
But like from my personal account, no, you're not gonna sit out here saying, "Oh."
I feel like if you're not doing it from your burner, you crazy as a motherfucking real life.
Right, and it's definitely like like I said,
you crazy to be doing it any fucking way, but like you really don't give a fuck.
No,
about nothing. Like,
and I'm like, maybe these people just work for themselves and like don't care about losing their jobs or anything. Because a lot of people, you know, these days they're gonna call you a job.
They're gonna find out where the fuck you work somehow.
So I'm like, I'ma just
the internet gonna find some shit out, child.
If I ever go viral for anything bad, just know that it was not on purpose. I was not trying to do that shit on purpose.
I can agree with that.
But anyway, that being said, I think it's about time to be wrapping
up. Oh yeah,
it's at some point, I'm gonna put some music over the actual thing.
I'm gonna pull a blue.
I'm like, why the music stop?
I never put music on it because on StreamYard I could do both.
I'm crying. Okay, well, bye, guys.
See you next week.